All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Tip-off here. University of Arizona Wildcats versus the Toronto, Ontario Annihilators. Looks like it's going to be Arizona's ball. A little bit of over and back there on the tip. So UofA has the front court to work with. Travis Baker inbounds Corey Pewterbrawl. Easy score. Oh, already on the Canada inbound. Baker manages to bring it in, offloads it to Corey. Corey with time and patience down the court. And just like that, out of the gate, UofA with a early turnover within the first 20 seconds of the game. Caldwell is going to give and go to Pico. Caldwell down the court, one man to beat, which he does. Wheeler's looking for the hit. Caldwell will take it, but then slide off. 2-1 here at the start of the first. Lee Fredette inbounds to Josh Wheeler. Josh Wheeler follows Lee down the court. Gets stopped right at the half-court line. Lobs it to Corey. Corey finds number one, Travis Baker. Canada give and go. Travis gets trapped in the front court. Able to, Pico takes a big hit, but has a good unload. Finds Matt Delbley. Delbley brings it in for the goal. 3-2 here, Arizona with the inbound and the lead. Baker inbounds to Josh Wheeler. Josh Wheeler keeps possession of the ball. Gets it in the front court, passes it to Corey. Corey's going to follow Baker, has options. If you're just joining us, thanks so much. We're here at the third annual Texas Hold'em tournament in Las Vegas, Nevada. We've got five teams here. Numerous Paralympians. UofA, Wildcats, Phoenix Heat, Texas Stampede. Team from Tampa, the Wounded Warriors Ability Ranch, as well as our visitors from Canada. This is day 2, and this is game number 3. Josh Wheeler gets stopped. He's looking for an outlet. Might have to burn a timeout here. So Canada comes up with a stout defense and forces UofA to burn a timeout just to avoid that 12-second violation and a turnover. Canada's going to take this opportunity to drop into their key defense. Lee Fredette set up there at the edge of the key. Corey found him, but Lee Fredette took a hit from Travis before his two wheels could roll over the score line. He ended up hitting a cone, so that's a turnover for Canada. Canada takes advantage and inbounds quickly. Caldwell's got the ball. He dishes it off to Delbley. Delbley's going to take the score. So Canada's going to get one back, and now it's all tied up. So 2 turnovers thus far in the game, both were taken advantage of, and 4-4 here in the first quarter. Ooh, Wheeler down the court with speed. Delby gives him a little tap, just to let him know he's there. Canada inbound, Travis goes to Pico, give and go. Travis gets picked out by Baker, able to shuffle off and get down the court. He's not there yet, but just over half, takes a bounce. Got a little bit of space and some options now. Oh, Corey goes for a, he's gonna get a little warning here from Bob Lopez. That's a potential dangerous play. You don't want to really make that kind of hit when a player is getting ready to score. If he'd have gone over, that could have been a spin or potentially a flagrant. Uh-oh. So Wheeler coming around. Takes a hit from Travis. I'm not sure if Josh Wheeler was able to call a timeout there. If he wasn't, it looks like this is going to be a turnover, so Canada is going to take possession of the ball. So Wheeler looking to spin back around and get into the front court. Takes a hit from Travis. Legal hit. Heads up play by Canada. U of A drops into the key. Let's see what Canada can do here. Giving a little time for the play to develop. Oh, Delby caught it. I don't think he saw the ball get passed, but he definitely saw it come to him, made the catch. So Canada takes the lead now, 6-5. Wheeler with the ball again. Gets in the front court, finds Corey. So U of A, after a rough couple, all tied up 6-6. Give and go again from Travis to Pico seems to just be working. They've done it consistently. This is their 4th game in the tournament, and it's probably their go-to inbound. It seems to happen at least 60, 70% of the time. Baker goes to Josh Wheeler, sets the pick. Wheeler shakes one off. Corey's open. The ball's a little long, but he's going to catch it just before he crosses the line, so that's good for a goal. U of A's doubling Debley. Give and go with Pico, so Pico's got to try to set off Corey. Corey's able to keep Travis contained, and Travis has to dish it off to the low pointer. Not ideal. You don't really want him handling the ball, but he's very experienced and knows how to handle those situations. So tactical adjustment there by the Wildcats. Corey's able to stay on top of that pick and effectively take 2 players out. Give and go again. So here's Corey. He's going to try to contain Travis. There's a bit of reaching going on. So Travis is looking for the pass. Has to go again to Pico. This time it's not going to work out. And Wheeler works with Corey to get the turnover. So that's 2 plays in a row where we've seen the same defensive situation. Let's see if Canada makes any adjustment here. So a give and go again to Pico. There's Corey. Got a different inbounder this time. Caldwell is able to get it into the front court. Finds Travis. So there, Canada switched up the inbounder. Travis was inbounding regularly, and they decided to go to Caldwell there with a bit more speed and maneuverability. Lee Fredette with a deep inbound intended for Corey, but the ball's loose. It looks like it's underneath Pico's chair, which is going to result in a jump ball. So because the Wildcats came out with possession, this is going to result in a Canada turnover. They're going to have both the front and back court to work with. if you take one out, so basically it's a little bit of a pain. So the way it works, right, score sheets are, so this is going to be, so you got Jason Rieger, number 7. And you've got Denver and WWF. So this is Denver in the first half, right? So column A. And then, so let me just check this. So for Denver, number 8 scored. So number 8 is Mark Peters. So maybe write number 8 in there. So number 8 scored 1 goal. So then what I would do is just on here, where you have Denver, you've got Mark Peters, so you could write number 8 there, and just make a hash. Right, we could write a new form.
Yeah, I've
if you want to.
I started to.
Oh, cool. All right, so you're doing it right for this game. Awesome. No, that's great. I love it. So I want to try to catch us up.
Okay.
Because we don't do it on a regular.
I see.
So it's kind of like if you just, so Peters won, and then you go 15, so 15 is Shake Daly. He got a goal. It's the second goal of the game.
Oh, okay,
so that's the total score. So then Peters gets another one, Peters gets another one, Peters, another one, Peters. And you'll see this, like most teams have like dominant scores.
Right.
So it's just tally. And then you could do all of Denver if you want, and then go back and do all of the W. So column A, column B, column A, column B.
And then do it. I can do it on the back side of the page, right?
Yeah, so you can either do it here on the roster. You could also do it. You know what? You could do it. You could do it off to the side, and then we'll take each game to half. So instead of having to use a different piece of paper, just go with Peters and just do your matches.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. So I would say if you can do
All the games yesterday?
if you can, I mean maybe start with today's 2 games, and then all the other games are in this folder.
Okay.
And just do what you can.
Okay. I'll probably be
Sorry,
able to do it
real
more.
quick.
22 blue, illegal use of hands, 218.
Thanks, sir. Welcome back. So, UofA commits foul. Corey, number 22, illegal use of hands. So Canada's going to have an advantage here. Canada's going to take this opportunity to make some subs. Onto the court comes Shane Smith. So it's important here that UofA just plays clean. You don't want to commit another foul because you could end up with 2 players in the box. As a reminder, Corey has got to stay in the box for 60 seconds or until the other team scores. Caldwell is going to go ahead and set up on Corey. So Caldwell is going to try to prevent Corey from entering the court and force Corey to call inbound, which he does. So now with the high point inbound, Corey goes to Wheeler, able to get on the court. Wheeler's got Lee to follow and Pico to beat. Wheeler with the pass to Corey. Corey takes a quick bounce, but able to bring it in. So at this point in the game, it becomes a little bit about clock management. I imagine that UofA is going to try to score right around the 120 mark. So this is just going to set them up to be able to score at the 50-second mark, and then also to take the last goal of the quarter. So at the end of each quarter, clock management becomes pretty critical. So Travis gets it into the front court, finds Shane Smith. Shane Smith's got 2 low pointers on him. Gets it back to Travis. Travis is working with Pico. He's able to beat Corey initially, but Corey slides back into the play. So 15 seconds on the shot. Shane finds himself open. Canada takes the goal. Lee Fredette with the inbound. Minute 4 on the clock. So I imagine UofA is going to try to score with about 50 seconds left. Josh Wheeler is going to pull it back. Nope. I stand corrected. He's going to take the goal right at 53 seconds. Caldwell does the give and go to Pico, able to beat the two low pointers. Travis finds himself open. So quick goal for Canada. 42 seconds left in the first quarter. 13-13, all tied up. Lee Fredette with a very accurate inbound to Josh Wheeler. Wheeler finds Corey. Corey's going to score quick. Nope. Corey's going to pull back. And they're going to take advantage. Josh Wheeler there got his tire pop. So when Corey turned back up the court, Josh Wheeler was able to call an equipment timeout. And this way they can have 4 players and 8 working wheels. 32 seconds left on the clock. I'll probably try to take those ticks and get the last goal. All right, 15 seconds left on the clock. U of A going against Canada's key defense. Corey finds Wheeler. Wheeler scores with 7 seconds, so they're going to drop back into the key. Canada might look to do something here. The ball goes into Caldwell. Caldwell's going to take a late touch, so the clock starts now. Caldwell finds Travis. Travis has 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Shane finds the ball. And looks like Canada is going to get the goal. So great play there by Canada. Good awareness. Shane set up in the key there. They were able to get it down the court. 7 seconds. That last second goal leaves us tied. 14-14 at the end of the first quarter. Thanks for joining us. We're going to take a 2-minute break.
What was the score for the previous game again?
58-50.
Okay.
And that was...
That was Denver, right?
Yeah.
And then the first game was 48-44 Canada.
Yes.
Okay.
London beat Denver. Denver beat. Yes, sir.
So, on the,
Today,
they didn't do the final score.
finals, yeah. 58.
Can I borrow a pencil?
That was the, yeah. 58-50.
Are you still eating?
I'm just
you have there?
Yeah, 58, 50.
Yeah.
No,
Let me double check. I just texted.
yeah.
I got it off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I'll
Kinda
text
fresh
you.
in my mind. 59.50. Sorry, 59.50.
There.
I know. I agree. Yep.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you very
sir.
much.
All right, welcome back to second quarter action. So Canada gets the ball coming out. U of A is running the key defense, and Corey Peterborough, number 22, gets called because he was the fourth man in the key. So on defense, you're only allowed 3 players in the key. The key is the blue box there between the cones. So Canada gets a quick goal. Corey's able to come back on. He's forced to call inbounder and is now was picked out by Wilsley, but as soon as Bob turned his head, Corey was able to spin out of it. So as soon as the referee looked away, Corey seemed to make a minor chair adjustment. So U of A gets the quick goal. Canada inbounds, gets held up, forced to call a timeout to avoid turning the ball over as they were approaching 12 seconds before getting the ball across half court. So inbound goes to Travis, who's wide open. Wheeler chases him down. Travis finds Caldwell, who sneaks in at the edge of the key. So 16-15 Canada. Chuck Melton inbounds to Wheeler. Wheeler passes it back to Chuck Melton. Melton finds Corey wide open. Corey makes a quick adjustment, able to bring it in. So Travis inbounds to Caldwell, gets stuck. So Travis is working hard to get out of. Travis is now on. Caldwell finds Travis. Travis is open. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Josh Wheeler's probably going to make Travis pass, which he does to Shane Smith. Chuck inbounds to Josh Wheeler. Wheeler goes back to Chuck. Chuck finds Corey with space. And number 22, Corey Peterborough, will take the goal. Travis inbounds to Caldwell. Caldwell back to Travis. Travis, with good chair skills, is able to just work his way down and send Corey the other way. Canada gets a goal. Chuck inbounds to Corey. Corey goes back to Chuck. Chuck gets to the front court, finds Josh Wheeler, trailing down the court. So we have a tie game here, 18-18. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Canada is struggling to get to front court, but they're able to. Travis finds number 9, Caldwell. Caldwell disses it off to Wilsley, and Wilsley scores the goal. big hit there from Josh Wheeler on Shane Smith to set the pick for Corey to get down the court. Give and go from Caldwell to Wilsley. Wilsley's Travis gets the ball, finds Shane Smith. So Shane Smith there. It's in the penalty box, illegal use of hands on the UofA inbound. So Arizona is going to set up on the penalty box. They're going to take a little time off the clock. Take advantage of that time to set up their best possible transition to defense. Wilsley's looking to give Chuck a little hit. There's room for Smith to get on. Wilsley's now going to call inbound, and Smith is going to try to sneak out. So Smith is able to, So a lot of chaos going on one side of the court. Meanwhile, quick give and go from Wilsley to Travis, and then back to Wilsley. Wilsley's forced to, so looks like he was forced to call a timeout there because he was going to take a hit on the sideline, which would knock him out of bounds. So UofA worked out pretty well there. They isolated the players they wanted to, forced the ball into a low pointer's hands, and put him under pressure. Almost took him out of bounds, forced him to call a timeout to avoid turning the ball over. Inbound goes to Travis. Travis finds Caldwell, who sneaks into the UofA key. Corey pushes through two, gets in the front court, finds Chuck Melton for the score, 21-20. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter. So Travis gets held up off the inbound, but good pick by Pico to give him some space. Travis sees Caldwell wide open. Great pass. So pretty much point for point here in the first quarter and a half. Only been a couple turnovers. One by each team. Ooh, pressured pass there. From Travis to Debley. Debley with the quick hands to make the adjustment, bring it in. UofA gets it in, finds Wheeler. Wheeler down the court for an easy goal. Travis inbounds to Caldwell. Caldwell's able to turn and beat Chuck. Find space and time. Chuck Melton inbounds to Josh Wheeler. Josh Wheeler makes a move. They will get in front court. No need to pass. a quick equipment timeout here. Travis has a flat tire. So give and go, Canada. Travis gets the ball back, finds Debley. Debley gives it back to Travis. Travis looks in the front court, little long there, intended for Caldwell. Josh Wheeler's able to scoop it up. So critical turnover for U of A as they now take the lead, 25-24. So that pass just got away from him a little bit, and Wheeler was able to scoop it up. Ball's inbound to Debley. Debley has to dish it off to Pico. Bounces off Pico's chair. Pico was gonna roll out of bounds, had the awareness to get possession of the ball and call a timeout. So they maintain possession. It'll be in the front court. All right, Canada with the ball. Front court only here. Inbounds it to Pico. Pico's looking to take a hit. Spins out of it wisely. Finds Caldwell. Caldwell's got a little space in the key. Great work by Pico there, the low pointer for Canada under pressure. So check inbounds to Josh Wheeler. Josh Wheeler is looking for a pass. Opts to keeps it. Takes the pass, finds Chuck Melton, number 4 for the University of Arizona Wildcats. 26-25, U of A. Canada with the ball. Inbound, Caldwell to Pico. They're both trapped. Pico has to dish it off to Travis. Travis is coming around, but he gets scooped off his lap. Heads up play there by Chuck Melton there. A well-timed, well-placed reach puts it off of Travis's lap, which results in a turnover for the U of A Wildcats. So Canada sets up here in the key. Just outside the key. Wheeler's able to sneak in. Corey heads up play, finds Wheeler. So Caldwell with the inbound. Travis had some space, but Corey was well on his path. So really low inbound, give and go. Caldwell's able to kind of push out of it. It's only got about 2 seconds to get to the front court, which he does. Great pick by Pico. So Caldwell there just patient, using his pick, pushing through traffic. All right. Inbound from Chuck Melton. Corey's got the ball. Corey pushes through a few. Wheeler's wide open. Take a couple bounces. So 28-26 now. 2-point lead. Oh, unfortunate inbound from Travis, intended for Caldwell, but Chuck Melton gets tall, intercepts the ball. They're going to go ahead and take some ticks off the clock. Currently a minute 42. So easy goal for Corey as Chuck Melton seals off the edge of the key. 29-26 now with the Wildcats in the lead. A minute 30 left here in the first half. So the pressure down low is really making it difficult for Canada to get the ball in at times. Wow, Debley does a great job working on Josh Wheeler, side to side. Wheeler swipes it, pops up. Debley's able to bring it back down. Debley dishes it off to Caldwell. Caldwell's, great move by Caldwell to beat Chuck. So Canada gets the goal with 1:12 left on the clock. Ball goes into Wheeler. Wheeler's able to push his way into the front court. Probably looking to take about 10 more seconds off the clock. Currently 59. Oh, reach by Pico. Great heads-up play by Pico, which results in a turnover for Canada. Caldwell's got the ball. Wheeler to beat. Going to dish it back to Debley. Debley gets in the front court. 43 seconds now here in the first. So Travis brings it down. Sketchy pass there on the baseline, but Canada's able to get one back. 33 seconds left here in the first half. Melton inbounds to Josh Wheeler. Josh Wheeler opts to go up the middle of the court. Loads of time, loads of room, but he's going to opt to take a little bit of time off the clock here with about 18, 17, 16 seconds left. So they're going to look to score a goal here with 4 or less seconds on the clock. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. There's the goal. Penalty goal called. 5 seconds left. Let's see if... So 5 seconds on the clock. Canada's opted to take a bench timeout here, which is going to give them a little bit of time to talk about it. It also has the advantage of advancing the ball into the front court. So with 5 seconds left on the clock, they can eliminate half the court and potentially set up a play that'll give them the last goal here in the second half. First half, apologies. UofA dropping the key. Ball goes into Caldwell, number 9. He's got about 1 second left. Oh, unable to do it. Great defense there by UofA. No goal. That's the end of the first half. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Stay tuned. Cool. So you think you'll be able to do these?
Yeah.
Okay. If not, let me know. I can probably find another volunteer.
Okay. No, it's fine. I can do
Okay,
it.
no worries. I think it's loud. I'll be back here in a bit. You need anything?
I'm good. Thank you.
For sure.
Here we are at the start of third quarter. Arizona inbounds the ball. Gets the try. And down to Wilson. Campbell with the ball now scrambling. Lee trying to wrangle him in. Counts going. dribble. Pass to Rio Kondo in for the try. Lee with the inbound to Wheeler. Wheeler around the corner. Lee shields off Rio Kondo. Wheeler with the pass to Corey in the front. Successful try.
Rio, come this way. Go deep, Rio. Go deep, Rio. Go deep, Rio. Stay wide, Shay.
Campbell with the inbound all the way down the court. Untouched until met at the try line.
Pico ball. Pico ball.
Lead inbound the ball to Wheeler. Down to Huberto. Just meters up the key. Around Rio Kondo in the corner. Score the
Rio,
try.
Rio. All the way, Rio. All the way to the goal, Rio.
Campbell and Pico with the give and go. Campbell across to the half. Layup pass back to Pico in for the try. Lee Federer with the inbound to Wheeler. Coming in as the pick. Wheeler scrambles across Rio Kondo across the half. Being held up, pinched in the corner. Swipe and a miss by Campbell.
Hey, right back. Traction. Traction.
Campbell with the inbound. Takes it across the half. Being held up by Federer. Arizona going into a key defense. 10-second no dribble on the turnover. Bad awareness from the white. Federer to inbound the ball. Ball into Wheeler. Breaks up the court. Cupido available. This blue team's on the attack. Ball into Rio Kondo. Pitch back to Campbell. Up the court to Smith, being held up by Pugudo. Smith pushes, weaves in for the try around Pugudo. 32-35 Arizona. Federer to inbound the ball. Interception. Smith collects, takes it in for the try. Federer into Wheeler. Wheeler held up by Smith and Pico. Breaks. Ball up to Federer, who's up the court. Collects and scores the try. Give and go. Campbell in with the ball. Pugudo on the defensive. Pico with the pick. Campbell dishes to Smith for the try. Pugudo. Pugudo pushing Pico out. This game's getting intense. Campbell with the inbound to Pico. Give and go.
Work, Shane. Back up, Shane. Back into him.
Pubido defended. Pico with the pick. Pubido pushes back down the court. Unsuccessful with the block on Campbell, who scores the try.
Great job, Shane. Shane, you can always get something out of it. Good job. Tonight, Shane. Get under. Get under, Shane.
(38-35), U of A with the lead. Canada's looking for an inbound. Great defense by Tucson. Able to lock everybody down up high. Caldwell didn't have any options, so he's forced to burn another timeout. That's 3 down, 1 left. Use that timeout just to avoid getting the 10-second inbound call, which would have resulted in a turnover. So Canada's going to huddle up, come back on the court. Tucson's kind of in position to meet them. So Tucson's working real hard to deny another inbound. Caldwell's got to work down the baseline. Looks like it's the give and go from Caldwell to Pico. Caldwell's going to follow Pico down the court. Lots of space and lots of time. Caldwell with the moves. Looks for the pass. Takes the dribble instead. He's got room. Just squeaks through. So the cone moved there, but his front 2 casters would have crossed the line. So that's a goal for Canada. 38-36. U of A with the lead. Lee Fredette inbounds to Josh Wheeler. Josh Wheeler is looking to follow his pick. Finds a little space, makes a couple moves. Hits the ball into the front court. Shane Smith applies heavy pressure, so Wheeler dishes it off to number 1 on U of A. He brings it down safely for a catch and an easy score. A lot of time, low pointers on the court are left alone, not considered an offensive threat. So sometimes they're wide open. So Pico with a good pick right at center court to shake Corey off of Caldwell. Caldwell's going to make a couple moves. Finds number 42, Rio Kovac.
Wi-Fi's not so great in here.
For the score. Inbound goes to Josh Wheeler. Josh Wheeler takes a little bit of time. Play develops. Following the picks down the court, gets stopped before half court, finds Corey Peterbrow. Gets it over. A lot of reaching going on by Shane. Corey's a little upset, feels a foul should have been given. So, timeout called there by Josh Wheeler. So, Wheeler calls the timeout. Corey was in a bit of a tight situation. Might not have been able to take a dribble. Maybe Wheeler just wanted to kind of defuse the play a little bit. U of A did have 3 timeouts. They now have 2. So Corey looks a little frustrated with Wheeler for calling that timeout. Didn't feel like it was necessary. Both of those individuals are Paralympians that play for Team USA and won a silver medal in Tokyo a few months ago. So they play together on a club team. They also play together for Team USA. A few words exchanged, but looks like they're okay now. Wheeler, a veteran. Corey, relatively new to the sport. He's been playing for a while, but really developed over the last few years. So Canada's running their key defense. Corey's able to just shake through.
So we have to remove those. Because the last time I worked with someone
Had to burn a timeout, but got the point in the end.
If you've got a banner, just read how long ago.
So give and
Actually,
go
it's
from
the only
Caldwell to
defensive
Pico.
line.
Pico's got room. Pushes through a
So-
couple. Dishes it off to Rio.
that.
Rio's a little pinned down. So heads up play there. Caldwell saw Corey. Corey's coming to the penalty box. So no goal there on that play. Heads up play by Caldwell there for Canada to knock Corey over, sensing that Rio Kovac was in a little trouble. Too close to the cone. So Canada's going to set up on offense for
What's your
defense.
phone number?
Transitioning. Caldwell takes the score. Corey's forced to call inbound because Travis had him blocked.
This is the link generated. I just sent it.
So Corey has space on the baseline. It's give and go from Corey to Chuck Melton. Lots of room and lots of space. Corey's going to push. Rio Kovac trying to chase him down. Good speed there from 42. So it looks like U of A is really trying to isolate the low pointer here. So ball comes in to Wilsley. Wilsley's able to get it back to Caldwell. Lots of space. Corey's going to try to force the pass here, which he does to Travis Morale. Morale takes the goal. So it looks like on defense, U of A's strategy is to isolate the low pointer because more often than not, Canada's looking for the give and go inbound. So pass comes over to Corey in the front court. U of A's got time. They've got a 2-point lead. It's 41-39 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Corey finds Chuck in the key. Chuck rolls backwards to score the goal. 42-39. Caldwell with the inbound. Finds Wilsley. Wilsley with the give and go. Caldwell's pinned down. Finds a little bit of space. Able to split that play. Gets it in the front court, beating Wheeler. Caldwell's got two options. Opts for Travis. Also had Kovac in the corner. Shout out to our amazing refs. Traveled across the country to be here. As well as all of our volunteers. Medical students, OT students, PT students who've given up a good majority of their weekend to help us keep track of the score, keep track of the game clock, the shot clock. The sport doesn't happen without volunteers. So, goal there from U of A. Canada comes back, works down the court, scores another point for point, 43-41. Chuck Melton inbounds to Josh Wheeler. Josh Wheeler's going to follow Melton down the court and then come back. So looking to pass, finds Melton deep. It's up, takes a good bounce. Melton makes a good adjustment with his chair and is able to bring it down. Give and go. Caldwell's got space. He's got a couple options. They're probably going to try to force the pass with 52-42. Corey hits him on the baseline, but 42 Rio Kovac's able to get the goal. So ball goes into Wheeler. Wheeler's going to follow Melton down the court. Melton looks to set a pick. Wheeler turns around. Oh, that might be a spin. Wheeler did hit his head there, coming down on Travis's chair. So certainly not intentional, but looks like that was a spin. And Wheeler landed a little rough as his head came down on Travis Morale's wheel. So Rio Kovac in the box. So spin is anytime you hit the chair, you hit the wheel behind the axle. And when a player is going down court with some speed, a lot of times that results in a little bit of a pirouette and often a fallen player. So the only fouls in this sport, the spin would be one, hitting somebody behind the axle. And then anytime a player touches another player's body. So the chairs are allowed to make contact, and you're allowed to touch and reach the ball, but if you reach the ball and end up touching the player's hand or arm, that's a foul, which results in a player going to the box. So U of A is going to take some time off the clock. They've got a one-man advantage here, 4-on-3 against Canada. And with 12 seconds left on the game clock and 7 seconds left in the shot clock,
We have one left.
they call a timeout. This will ensure them the last goal of the third quarter.
Just saying.
Currently 44-42, U of A with the lead. So 3 seconds on the clock. Chuck's going to take it in. Rio Kovac's allowed to come on, but with 2 seconds left, Canada's just going to bump it down the court. That's going to be the quarter. We'll take a 2-minute break. 45-42, U of A with the lead. Heading into the third quarter, 8 minutes left. See you shortly. That's okay, no worries. Give or take, give or take. All right, we're back here in the fourth quarter.
So when the
Canada's going to get the ball coming out.
you can just shoot the intense and I'll run over.
Wilsley inbound. To number 31, Debley.
My dad
Well, I'll say,
U of A
I'll
set
try
up
to
in the
watch
key.
it and I'll switch it out as needed.
Debley's going to start on the outside.
cycling fast enough.
Looks for
so
Wilsley
I'm,
in the middle,
I just
and
decreased
Wilsley's able to
stuff
bring it
in
down, roll over
lower than consumption.
score line. So 43-45. U of A right now with a 2 advantage. Canada's going to have to come up with a couple turnovers if they want to get back in this game. Wheeler's able to spin out of a couple picks, gets it into the front court. He's looking to pass. Wilsley's swiping. Ball comes loose, but he's able to get control back. Corey's got the ball. Corey finds Wheeler. Wheeler with a goal. Wilsley's going to inbound. He's got Pico. He's looking for Shane. He's got Shane Smith under pressure from Corey. It's going to be a bit of a race. Corey's able to shut that down pretty quick. Wait for his pick to come. Shane's still under half court, but finds Wilsley. They're going to try to track him down, but Wheeler going backwards. It's not as fast as Wilsley going forwards. So Wilsley with the goal there, 46-44. U of A with the lead. Hey, number 2 on your team, is that Bree? Yeah, it's Bree. What's her? Okay. Is it? She's on our roster. Number 13 on the team, or 14. Anybody who is basically, there's no 13. So we've got a fallen player. That's Pico. Canada's going to retain possession. 31 seconds on the shot clock. Great refs here at the tournament. Bunch of jokers. So a lot of work going on here between the whistle just to get good position on the court. Looks like we've got equipment issue with Corey, number 22 for U of A, working on his strap. Meanwhile, U of A defense is just pressing, trying to lock down Shane Smith, number 25, and take away the options. So, meanwhile, yeah, Wilsley inbounds it. Wide open is Pico. Great pass. Pico is going to score. Corey pulled back there. Could have had a bigger hit, but that's a very dangerous play there when a player is going to score. Lee inbounds to Josh Wheeler. Josh Wheeler rolls down the court, makes a few moves. Oh, looks to pass it. Hand goes up. Wheeler keeps the ball. Finds Corey. Lucky play there for Wheeler. Is potential opportunity there for Canada to get that much-needed turnover. So Wilsley's going to inbound. He's got Shane. Corey's pressuring that. Corey's going to try to keep Shane from getting to the front court, but Shane uses his pick and Pico. And Pico's likely going to come back and help him in the corner. He's got Wilsley open. He's got Pico sealing the corner. So Smith is able to just be patient, work down the court, using Pico, his low corner, to create space. That's really what this game's all about, picking and rolling. So ball goes to Wheeler. Wheeler finds Corey. Corey dishes it off to low pointer, left alone wide open. So a lot of room, a lot of space. Nice, easy bounce pass. Number 1 from Arizona's able to adjust. 49-46, 5 minutes, 38 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Wilsley's working down court, able to get it across the half-court line, takes a pass. finds Debley. So Canada with a quick goal. Lee Fredette inbounds Josh Wheeler. Josh Wheeler following his pick. Comes back, finds Lee. Lee takes out Shane. Oh, Wheeler gets stopped at half court, dishes it off the low pointer. That's what Canada wants. Canada wants to force those passes. Wosley's a veteran of the game, though. He's got pretty short hands. So Wosley with the inbound. Got a shot clock issue here as new volunteers are arriving.
Ref, we're gonna stop too, please. Ref, stop, ref, stop.
Subs are coming on for Canada, new line. You've got Rio Kovac, Travis Morale, Pico Dijonais, and number 9, Cody Caldwell with the inbound. Give and go to Pico. Caldwell's stuck there, able to spin out of that pick. He's got room on the sideline. Lee Fredette takes the angle. So Caldwell's got the ball. He looks for the pass. Travis has space in the corner, able to bring it in for a goal, 48-50. Canada really needs a turnover here in the next minute or two to keep this game within reach. So Lee Fredette's inbounds to Wheeler. Wheeler's in the front court. He's got Corey if he wants him. Bounce pass to Corey. Quick goal by U of A.
Stay there, Cody. Keep that, Travis. Keep leading, Travis.
So Pico is going to take the inbound here as he was stuck in the backcourt. And called inbound just to allow him to get back into the play. Good defensive tactic from U of A. Caldwell with the ball, able to use his pick and get past the 2 openers who are playing high on the court. So Caldwell's got Pico open. Ball goes to Pico. Pico brings it down. Great pass from Caldwell. Lee Fredette inbounds to Josh Wheeler. Wheeler works his way down the... So Cody Caldwell, number 9 for Canada, with the illegal use of hands.
Nice job, Cody.
No, you're good, you're good. It's gonna end up in the box. He was, he had the, from my angle it looked like a jump, but my angle's different from that of the refs. So Canada just makes to make sure they play clean here. They don't want to have another penalty. And no doubt U of A will take advantage of this time to milk the clock a little bit and potentially set up defensively on Cody Caldwell, who is in the penalty box at the moment. So 3 minutes, 50 seconds left, 51-49. U of A with the lead. Oh no. So the last thing that Canada wanted just happened. So Rio Kovac, number 42 from Canada, got a penalty before U of A scored the goal. So a fresh 40 seconds, and now U of A's playing with a 2-man advantage. It's 4 versus 2. The last thing Canada wanted, with 3 minutes, 40 seconds down by 2, was to have 2 players now in the penalty box. So they have to be in there for 60 seconds. So the players need to be in the penalty box for 60 seconds or until the other team scores. So Cody Caldwell has got to sit here for another 30 or so seconds. It's about the amount of time it's on the shot clock. And when U of A scores, Cody should be able to come onto the court. Lee Fredette setting up to prevent Cody from being able to come on very easily. So a bit of a tipped pass there. Even Canada. Cody sneaks on there while Lee's looking the other way.
I think you're on. Is he on? I think you're on. Hey.
So he's on because Rio Kovac should be able to come on because Cody served his 60 seconds. And Cody came on right before U of A scored. So once U of A scores, Rio Kovac's able to re-enter the game. So they were able to milk the clock, but it's back to 4-on-4. 52-49, three-point advantage. Canada with the ball. Caldwell's got to dish it off to Pico. Pico takes the hit. Oh, Corey. Corey kind of lays it on Pico. Totally legal hit. It's probably going to force a turnover. But it didn't look like a very pleasant hit. Dangerous outlet pass there for Pico Dijonais. He's got really good hands for an athlete with his class.
Pico.
As soon as he got the ball, though, there, Corey Peterbauer was able to lay a hit, forcing him into Corey's lap, which ultimately results in a turnover and benefits U of A. So Tucson with the ball here. Three-point advantage. 3 minutes left on the clock. Ball goes into Lee Fredette. A lot of pressure coming from Canada. A lucky bounce back to Lee Fredette, who hands it off to Cody Peterbauer. And then Josh Wheeler just kind of sensing the pressure and with timeouts to use. Calls a timeout just to reset the play, potentially bring in some subs. So at this point, all timeouts have been used. 4 by Canada, 4 by U of A. So U of A brings on subs, number 33, Chris Fleece, Josh Wheeler, Corey Peterbauer, and Chuck Melton. Chuck Melton's going to inbound, likely looking for Wheeler or Corey. Wheeler's able to create a little space. Chuck finds Wheeler. Wheeler gives it back to Chuck. Chuck's going to pull it back, milk a little clock here. 12 seconds left in the shot. Corey puts it up, finds Wheeler. So goal there for Tucson. 53-49. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. A lot of pressure here on Canada. Travis Murao unable to find an outlet. He tries to pass it, gets deflected. Ball falls loose. He tries to get the ball back, no timeouts to call. So that's a 12-second front court violation. Unable to advance the ball past the front court within 12 seconds of the inbound. So turnover again, back-to-back for U of A. Chuck Melton inbounds to Wheeler. U of A's likely just going to try to milk this clock. They've got 4-point advantage at this point with 2 minutes left, so if they can take ticks off the clock, it saves a little energy for the next game. So Wheeler kills the little clock, finds Corey. Corey does some kind of 180. Ends up resulting in a goal. So 54-49. Ball goes into Shane Smith. Shane Smith is going to need help with Corey. which he gets. So still stuck at the half-court line, looking for a pass. Finds it, number 31, Debley. Debley against Wheeler. Gets banged up, but finds Wilsley trailing down the court for the goal. So at this point, Canada's more or less out of it. Down by 4, only a minute 36 left in the fourth. They've really held their own here against this potent U of A offense. U of A has not really brought on much of their very deep bench. They've had primarily their starters on the court. So great outing by Canada. Number 10 Wheeler with the score. Minute 14 left on the clock. 55-50. U of A with the lead. Number 14 Wilsley looking for Shane Smith. Shane Smith again manned up with Corey. He's going to need a little help. So pass, desperation pass coming. Oh, and Debley gets it. Great pass by Shane Smith. So Debley's got a pick. A lot of pressure coming, but he's got time. He's patient. Finds Shane Smith. Smith finds Wilsley. So under a lot of pressure there from U of A, Canada is able to squeak out a goal with a great accurate pass from Shane Smith. Ball goes into Wheeler. Wheeler needs help. Finds it in a couple picks. Gets held up, but pushes through Wilsley to get the goal. 35 seconds left, 56-51. Wilsley looking for the inbound. It's taking a little too long. He doesn't have a timeout to call. He's going to have to pass it. He does. Unfortunately, Corey takes the angle, which results in an immediate turnover and another goal from U of A. So really opening up here in the fourth quarter. When a team runs out of their timeouts, they're forced into these situations where they have to make the pass, or else it's going to be a turnover anyway. So this one goes into Shane Smith. He's able to get help, get over the front court. He's got Wilsley. Decides not to. Said he's going to give it to 31 Debley. Debley's got the ball. There's only 14 seconds left on the clock, so they'll probably just look to get the last goal here. Debley's looking for a pass. There's not many options. Wilsley's in the key. Debley's just going to keep it. Finds a little space. So with 2 seconds left on the clock, ball's just going to come in. Whistle's going to blow. That's going to be the game, ladies and gentlemen. 57-52. U of A Wildcats with the win. We're going to take a 10-minute break here as our next game features the Texas Stampede out of Austin, Texas, going up against the Wounded Warriors Ability Ranch from Tampa, Florida. A lot of function on both these teams, so it should be a good one. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to our sponsor, CNR Medical. This is the third annual Texas Hold'em tournament here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Stay tuned.